I want to address what both of you have been saying with an example from this valley. We have an organization called the Valley Transit Agency, VTA. Everyone knows to love to hate VTA. They're working on a project called Flex. Flex uses 15 passenger buses. They're going to have about 50 bus stops scattered through a commercial area because they're not smart enough to go into the industrial area. I mean the residential areas. But you call it with an app and say, I want to go from A to B. The bus will meet, it'll tell you when the bus will meet you there. The driver, all he knows is his next stop. He goes there, picks you up, and it'll tell you go to this stop, and he picks someone else up, and he may pick someone else up. But the software is routing him through the system to get you to your stop the fastest way possible.
Do you have any reliability at getting to your endpoint? Or time issue?
Well, it's not operational because the vendor who was making the software to drive it didn't deliver the software. So VTA is just sitting on it right now. The biggest thing, the reason we're going to have trouble going here is bureaucracy, organizational deadlines, and fighting the infrastructure. We're going to have many people trapped in suburbia within the next 10 years because they lost their ability to ride cars, and suburbia has no transportation.
I know.
And the Quest project is what's going to make it happen, or something equivalent. They're starting out with a real driver, but at some point, the driver can go away. But you've got to get people using it, get it down from the big double-ended buses down into the 15-people buses, and get many stops out there.
So we've had Dial-A-Bus in 1928. We've had it, I mean, the history of all of this is amazing. This is, I mean, basically, you know, every article I read starting in 1920, we had traffic and parking problems. Traffic and parking problems, traffic and parking problems. Nothing changed. It's really been fascinating. But, you know, you got to start. But I think the free enterprise, I think the private companies are going to be out there. That's it. They're just going to do it.
No, I think that what they have planned there is ideal and a way to get started and a way to really demonstrate demand responsive mobility such that it serves when you want to go. What does the car do for you? It's like a little puppy dog that sits there and waits for you in its parking spot just for you to go out there and use it. And it takes you right where you want to go, and then it stays there like a nice little puppy dog waiting for you in its parking space. It's on demand. It gives you enormous service. And so if you're going to compete with that, you better give it equivalent service. So what they have planned there is great. It's a shame that their software doesn't work. They should find another vendor. They should be able to make it work. It's actually wonderful what Uber has begun to do, even though I used to hate Uber because they're, you know, for all the various reasons, but, you know, they made a fantastic app that in fact makes you feel good when you use it, makes you feel good about using the system, makes you feel good about the driver you're going to be with or whatever, does everything for that. And they're even trying to get it so that you actually can share rides. The problem is that their market penetration right now is infinitesimally small. And you don't get the probability that you're going to get two people who are otherwise unrelated, who want to go from the same place to the same other place at the same time so that they could do an Uber pool with you. But as you get the penetration greater, then in fact that probability goes up. And since all of you, I would imagine, are sitting there with a cell phone of one form or another, and so on, we are going to get there, and as long as we begin to make these apps so that it makes it easy, all of a sudden we're going to try these things. And this is then going to say, hey, why do I have a garage? Let's make it a man cave or a woman cave. I don't care. You can make it a woman cave. Okay? And in a sense, go out there and not have it and buy the drink instead of buy the bottle.
And just so you're aware, I write about public parking garages, so I don't believe they will completely disappear, because even if we use mobility on demand, even if we use an Uber model, we don't own a car anymore, whoever owns all those cars, there is going to be a period of time during a 24-hour period, Alan, that many of them are going to have to be doing something. And I would rather have them sitting than
No,
circling in
they're
the
going to
street.
sit someplace. And you know what? As soon as somebody makes a driverless car, if somebody else doesn't do it, I know I can find the venture guys who'll go with me. We'll do them. I'll buy 1.5 million of these things and provide mobility to everybody in New Jersey. Boom. All right,
fact,
I'll
Uber's
do it. If nobody else does it, I'll do it. And I'll become rich guy finally. You know, I'll be a really, you know, it's all very doable. We do need the technology.
Out there 96% of the time, right? They're just sitting there.